I should have asked before, but do you have any questions and stuff?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, perfect.
I mean, it depends on time, but I definitely have a quiz at least. I have some backup questions also that I always have, like just in the tuck, just in case. So.
All right, sounds good.
But welcome to the row. We're here, row 26, another episode. Sixers, Hotz, Heads, Dreamers. We're staying strong here. I think we're like 7 years into this, John, or 6 years into this. We got to look back at our first recording and see when that was.
There was also a long break too, to be fair. But
that's
at least
true.
Like a year and a half into the second iteration, if you will.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Long time coming. Legendary status.
Sure.
But
yeah, buddy.
Yeah, man. It's week 15, first round for your playoff matchups. John and I both made the playoffs in our 14 team, so congrats to the row representing hard. Obviously, our knowledge is somewhat applicable to that. Maybe a little bit of luck ski as well. But, I feel like my always consensus is it takes skill to make the playoffs. It takes luck to win the championship. That's how I look at it.
I always say fantasy football is a lot like a poker tournament. Like, you got to
play the hands when you get them, but sometimes you got to play the hands when you don't have them.
Yeah, no, you gotta have a luck to win, but like you have to be good to like have a chance to win. It's really what it comes down to. But like, obviously, the cream rises. Like, I'm in the playoffs almost every year since the league started. Since you joined, I think is similar, maybe like once or twice. Each of us haven't been in, and the other teams, Casey, Jake, Joey, Nick. Like those teams are usually in the playoffs, and like
they know football, they follow football religiously.
Yeah. So that's like a little less than half the league, and then you throw in like Rob as another name. Like maybe I'll be out 1 year, Rob will be in. Jake, Jake will be out.
That's
Joey,
the parity. Yeah, that's the parity where we had how many 6 and 7 teams and 7 and 6 teams during that week? It was nuts. It was like 7 teams of our league of the 14 teams were either 7 and 6 or 6 and 7.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We both had pretty good Thursday nights, but it's just very early in the matchups. That's all you could do. Try to play a little defense. I saw Chubb was out, so I picked up Wale just long enough to where I could drop him again, and then he's on waivers, so now Nick can't pick him up. And then added Franklin today, which you were bitching about. I don't fucking get. You shouldn't have dropped him if you didn't want him picked up.
Well, I dropped him because Pat Bryant's pace has been excellent over the past 2 to 3 weeks, and Franklin has been taking some of the hit on that. They kind of both are those guys that are fighting over those targets that are not left for them, that don't go to Sutton or Harvey, I would say. So, it's just I figured that at this point, he's not going to be really a relevant player, I suppose. But with Pat Bryant being out this week, maybe with Phillip Rivers playing against Seattle, maybe Hotz has a dilemma on his hands to play Franklin over Pittman, maybe some kind of thing.
No, it's more just like if we'll see what happens. I don't think I'm going to play him this week, but it's more like if anything, I don't want him on another playoff team. Like more so than like it's play keep away more than anything. But yeah, I mean, I think he still is behind Pittman and behind even Brian Thomas Jr. in my if I'm Kuz, I'm
definitely behind Brian Thomas Jr. for sure. I would agree with that.
So I actually like Pittman with Phillip Rivers. I think Phillip Rivers is gonna throw more than Daniel Jones. It's like.
So you would start like a Schultz? Would you start like a Warren or a Schultz, for example?
Oh, I mean, I think you got to play Tyler Warren. You got to go. You got to
go with
the guys who got you there. You got to go home with the girl you went to the dance with.
Yeah.
I can't see like taking out a Tyler Warren or for me even taking out a Michael Pittman. Obviously, Brian Thomas Jr. Like he's had a bad year. Like he's on my bench right now. That's like where he's at. And like I said, Franklin's behind him on the bench. Whatever projections might have Franklin for a little more, but still in my book, I saw Brian Thomas Jr. above him. But Pittman had a bad week a couple weeks ago, but other than that, he's been real solid for me.
He's real good.
Like I said, I think Phillip Rivers, he knows the Colts. He's played with Pittman before. He's like running Steichen's offense at his high school team. He's been coaching. And even with Riley Leonard in for a lot of the game last week, Pittman had a pretty good game. So, I think as good as you know, even with Bryant out and Troy Franklin showing a lot of signs this year, I still think I got to ride out with Pittman. I'm probably not touching my lineup. But yeah, speaking of our lineups, like I said, we both had good Thursday nights. We could recap that game quick. What are your like initial thoughts after watching that? What were your like general takeaways?
Well, this is 2 weeks now where the Bucks are having problems stopping other teams, and you know, one of the things that was definitely apparent in that game on Thursday were the gashes and the amount of space when you get to that second level on that Bucks defense. It just feels like David's a step slow. Their linebacking core has just not been very strong this year over the past at least several weeks, and you know, a lot of people were wondering about this Saints-Panthers game this week, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, I'd be scared of the Saints if they didn't just beat the Bucks, and the Bucks just lost to the Falcons. So it's like, I'm not even this Bucks team. Like, I don't even get it. If you talk about personnel on an offense, is there a team with a better receiving core, number one, when everyone's healthy?
No, I think they have 4 really good receivers. Like, I'm including McMillan in that too. He had a big catch to set up the first touchdown.
He had a couple big catches. Yeah.
I mean, they're really good offensively. I think just at the end of the game, you know, Bowles is trying to like do too much, and like I don't get why you don't just run the ball 3 times, even if you have punt, leave them with no timeouts. They need a touchdown, 2-point conversion, and
28-14. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, and they're like throwing it still, and you know, and Baker was under duress all night. Their offensive line doesn't seem to be fully healthy. I don't know. I mean, Bowles. I was talking about it with a friend of ours, Cruz, was just kind of asking me. He's like, "Damn, this guy was like on the staff of like the Rams team that won in the early 2000s, and then you know was the D coordinator for a Bucks team that won." And this, and I'm like. Yeah, but like
one of the most experienced coaches in football. There's no question about it.
But it's one of those things where it's like there's guys who are really good coordinators who stink as head coaches, and I think he falls in that category. And I compared it to quarterbacks. I'm like, much like quarterbacks, there aren't 32 like good
Super
head
Bowl
coaches.
Quarterbacks. Yeah,
but there are 32 good head, just like there are 32 great quarterbacks in the world. Like on the planet, there aren't 32 great head coaches on the planet. And Todd Bowles fits in that category of like he deserves to be a head coach based on what he's done as an assistant and a coordinator. Like he has the, you know, reputation. But in terms of like as a good head coach, you could argue both of these head coaches on the Falcons and the Bucks are just one of those guys.
This guy's screaming in the camera over a 4-9 record. The fuck are you doing, dude? Like
he literally like kissed fucking Andrew whatever his name is, wears the suit and the hoodie at halftime, the old lineman for the Rams.
Andrew
Whitworth, yeah. And like he's like kissing him on the cheek at halftime. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, but all this to say, like, Todd Bowles just doesn't seem to have it as a head coach. And then he's dropping all kinds of F-bombs in the press conference. Like, and he did the thing where like guys gotta fucking care, and it's like, and he didn't end it with the typical like it falls on me too. Yeah. Like he just left it at like these guys gotta fucking care. Like it has to fucking hurt when you lose. People, this is your fucking job, and like just didn't put any of the blame on himself, which just kind of speaks volumes. And
I think Bowles is better than runs a better program than a Raheem Morris, though. To me.
Yeah, I mean it's close. It's close. I think if you're a Falcons fan, there's a lot to be frustrated by because this is the offense. Basically, the offense the other night is the offense you expect, like with Bijan and Pitts lighting it up. Obviously, Drake London.
Kyle Pitts, man.
Yeah, he had a hell of a game. I mean, but it's like if you're a Falcons fan, you're like, okay, in this contract year, he's going to have his best year, and he's going to go off, and then he's going to go fucking play for the fucking, I don't know, the fucking Chiefs or some shit. Like, and be an all-pro, like, like after that, like when you use a fourth overall pick on him, and then it takes, time. He's always been a
5 years. This is his fifth year in the league.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he's going into he's in the contract year right now, and he's probably going to leave unless they.
I got to assume he'll go to some other team that's not actually a perennial team, and he'll just fade into the background, and this will be like.
I disagree. I think he's going to go somewhere and be like really good. Like I think he's going to go to like the Rams or the Chiefs. The Eagles, like he's going to go somewhere and be good. And the Falcons, like just because of the Falcons, like in their history, Like, like they're always fucking losing.
Better off on the other side. Yeah,
exactly. But also, we got into it a bit with like in the group chat with like Bijan is like fourth in the NFL in touches and still needs to touch the ball more. And it's like a lot of it goes on the coaches, obviously Zach Robinson, Raheem Morris, whatever you want to say. But I do think like Kirk Cousins seems to be much quicker to just get the ball to him on those like short passes than Michael Penix was.
There's no question about for Bijan owners, Kirk Cousins is better off. Quintessential offense, can run the hard play action, uses the tight end way more frequently, and in general, when in those like what you're talking about in those flat passes, when Bijan is clearly open, he has to make one guy miss, and then it's on from there.
It's like a first down automatically. Almost.
It's automatically a first down if you get him the ball and he makes one guy miss, and chances are it's 75 to 80% of the time he's gonna make that one guy miss.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Kirk definitely reads that element way better and has a much more understanding of like, if I just get that guy the ball, good things are gonna happen type of mentality, and you get 29 points and a dub out of it. Like, I think Kirk Cousins earned himself some interesting prospect for next year. If he continues to play the way he just played, he controlled that game, I thought, pretty well.
He owns the Bucks, for the record.
He does own the Bucks. If you know your history there, like he owns the Bucks. He loves playing there.
Off against the Bucks. So
he's historically played well in Florida. I've also looked up. Even the Dolphins, the Jacksonville Jaguars, he has historically played well in Florida.
Yeah, crazy. And that's where I'll land on it now. Just moving along is like the Bucks are very much in danger, like if not like already almost out of it with the Panthers. If the Panthers beat the Saints on Sunday,
almost a wrap. 2-game lead.
Then with 3 games left in the year, they could win the division if they win.
Week
if they
16.
beat the Saints and then beat the Bucks. It's over. It's a wrap.
It's over.
The NFC South is done. It's mathematically eliminated.
They beat the Saints this week. Week 16, the division's on the line right there.
Yeah, it's a hat and T-shirt game,
Yep.
For the division. Yep. So crazy to say with the Panthers and,
Shouts to the Panthers. Shouts to Dave Canales. Getting this guy Bryce Young to play good football. Your boy Rico Dowdle. Fucking just using Tet McMillan was a hit. It's a great draft pick. Like, he really does the job well. He's been able to stay on his 2 feet. I think the only thing people were talking about was possibility, like, because he's a lanky guy, injury might just come because it's so much to tackle because he's so long and,
he's a bit of he's got a little bit of the drops, but he's had a really good rookie season for sure.
For sure.
Their defense is good too.
The defense is good.
Canales is a defensive guy.
Yeah. I like these defensive coaches, man. Way more than these offensive guru assholes.
It's all relative. It all depends. But the Panthers look good, but it does just seem like the Bucs should easily win the division with the talent they have, like you mentioned, and they're just. I
don't want to shit on Case and make this even worse for him. Last point here, but where was Bucky? I feel like there were points in times when Bucky was on the field and he was so effective. Either the drive stalled out because of a penalty, and then they ended up being lucky that he wasn't continuing to get the ball on that drive. But besides the goal line area with Sean Tucker, which I even think that's overrated because you have a bigger back there. I still would even put in maybe Rashad White. I
was going to say the problem is Sean Tucker's good around the goal line, and Rashad White, you need to get in the game and get plays and carries and time on the field. So it's like Bucky Irving almost falls into this place where he's in a 3-man committee, and it's as good as he is, those other guys are really good too. We talk about their wide receiving core. I don't think there's a better trio of running backs in the league either.
I don't. Wow, what a comment.
It's hard to recognize.
And in theory, you're probably right. And in theory, the trio running back historically is the Super Bowl team. A lot of times, the team with the trio running back committee thing going on, and they're all effective. There's a lot of Super Bowl winners we can look back to that had something in that vein. The Patriots, obviously I'm thinking about the Giants, there's a lot of teams with just running backs that aren't necessarily elite guys that you have to get the ball to all the time, like Bijan. That's crazy. Yeah, I think you're right. I actually think you're right.
Yeah, like I said, it's hard to know a third running back on any team, so it's not that obviously.
We play 14 teams, so we're a little, and I play Dynasty, so I'm in the weeds with all these Devin Neal.
But some the duos, I wouldn't put them up there, obviously, with Gibbs and Montgomery. If we're talking about 2 running backs, like I wouldn't. I would say
Algier. I'd take Bijan Algier maybe over
Algier, even Dowdle and Hubbard. Like
Hubbard.
2-man. There's a lot of guys you could probably throw out there, but that third, it's hard when it's like you have a clear goal line guy. And
Travion, Ramondre, and
Rashad White on his own is very, very good.
I think you're right. I think it's right. Ramondre, Travion, and who's the third guy on that team?
I want to say it's like Harris or something like that.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Terrell Jennings. He scored against me when D'Lo started him randomly. I beat D'Lo that week, but he threw him in there and put a good lineup together, and Terrell Jennings scored that week. That was sick.
Yeah. No, they got a good little, but I would say it has to be the Bucks. But I mean, this game basically it's like the Bucks are having a real. I think Bulls got to be on the chopping block after this season. Sure. I know they've been in the playoffs the last few years as a staple, but this year has just been a major disappointment.
That's a perfect transition, to be honest. Moving into this game that I want to talk about, the first game of the week that I see here is the Browns and the Bears. Stefanski, calling that 2-point conversion last week and taking Shedeur out the game. I've arrived at the point where I think that that's the type of stuff that gets you fired in the league. And Stefanski, to me, I think we're done there. I think you have a brand new quarterback that he's not really invested in. I think it's mutual in a lot of ways. I don't think Stefanski's really interested in playing Shedeur if it's up to him. And he has to, because he's clearly the most effective quarterback on the roster. There's no question about it at this point.
I question how much of that is Stefanski's call versus ownership, management. I don't know. It's just a weird situation in general. That being said, it's I don't think Stefanski's a bad coach, to be honest. I think that
I'll take him on the Giants right now, bro.
Definitely wind up with another coaching job, and it might be him, he might be sick of coaching the Browns, to be honest. I'm not saying
how long now. It's got to be a while.
Oh, definitely a long time. I mean, he's got a Coach of the Year under his belt, if I'm not mistaken.
True.
This guy, at some point, for both sides, it's almost like a mutual breakup.
2020. Yeah,
so this is year 6 or 5, whatever.
5, yeah. Finishing up year 5 here. Wow.
2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. So that's 6,
Yeah, 2020 to 2021.
It's 0 to 5. It's not 1 to 5. Yeah.
2023 to 2024, 24 to 2025, and this is 25 to 2026. Yeah, he's finishing his 6th year. Wow.
Yeah. So it's kind of ran its course. Like I said, the Browns are tough. It's tough management, tough ownership.
Roster's cool. If I was another coach, I would be interested in taking that job. I'm serious.
Another running back tandem we didn't mention in this game. Mononga and Swift.
Mononga, Swift. I thought you were going to go Judkins, Sampson, and Ford.
Yeah, Judkins, Sampson, and Ford might be a good trio to mention. I don't think quite as good as those Tampa boys, but that's maybe the next trio that you talk about. Where they all need some time, all have some good games.
I like Sampson a lot, dude. I'm a fan of that kid. I like his game. He's really, really talented. I like the way he catches the ball. There's not a lot for him there because Judkins is obviously the guy, but
he had tremendous production in the SEC at Tennessee. I mean, he led the SEC in rushing yards last year. Obviously, one of the best conferences, if not the best, with the Big Ten.
Sure.
And he's a beast. He just isn't as athletic. He doesn't run that 4.4. He's more of a 4.6 guy. But he's very skilled. I think he'll have a good pass catching role for a long time in the NFL.
For sure.
He's, like I said, skilled, has a good head on his shoulders. But I don't want to go too crazy into this game. We probably going to be a little quick.
You think the Bears are dead? What are your thoughts? Will you just start and stop there with the Bears losing to the Packers last week, I believe, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, it's tough. You go this season.
Caleb makes good throws. Caleb makes bad throws. It's just
the most place they were down there at the end of the game. They were playing tough. That Packers game was kind of a big milestone game for the Bears this season in terms of can they go into Lambeau and win? Because if they get to go into Lambeau, win, come out of that game 10-3, all of a sudden it's they're thinking Super Bowl in Chicago.
Yeah, for sure.
But the Packers do the Bears at home. They get the win. But the problem is, even at 9-4, the Bears are certainly not a lock for the playoffs for the 7th seed right now because of how good the NFC West is. with obviously you have the Rams and you have Seattle and you have San Francisco, and then how good the NFC North is. You have the Packers, the Bears, and the Lions.
The Lions.
And the
Lions are.
The Lions have already beat the Bears once. If the Lions beat the Bears again next week, they're going to jump them. And,
I like the Bears in that game next week unless the Lions miraculously get healthy over these next several days.
The Lions kicked the ever-living shit out of the Bears the first game.
I know, but the Lions are so banged up now since that game. Brian Branch, Laporta, fucking Joseph at safety. Both safeties are injured since then. This Lions defense is hanging on by a thread. I'll give what's his name credit though. Calling plays. The Goff is having one of his most effective seasons. I mean, Gibbs, this is a breakout year for him. He's ridiculous at this point.
Yeah, since Dan Campbell started calling the plays, Gibbs is on a 17-game pace. So if he called plays all season,
Yeah, Gibbs would be the best running back in football.
Yeah.
Rome Odunze was out last week, so I'll give some grace to the idea that the passing game wasn't the same. They're going to maybe miss him again this week. He's questionable. Kyle Gordon at
the game before that, he had 2 catches for 8 yards, though, too. He's fallen off a little bit, but maybe he was banged up in that game already, and that's what led.
That's what I was thinking. I was about to say that.
Yeah, but either way, I think the Bears take care of business here. Like I said, after that loss to the Packers, they are, they know they have to win. They're now a wild. They're now fighting for the last playoff seed. They're no longer the 1 seed that they were when they were playing the Packers. That's how deep this NFC is this year. I think
the Bears dominating this game as well, and also it's going to be fucking frozen in that stadium and windy. Excuse me. So, shout out to Winnie. But. Yeah, no, it's going to be frozen in that stadium. Maybe some snow. I don't think Shador is ready for all that. I think Caleb has already done it, and it's 7.5 right now is what I see. I would be all over the Bears in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I could lay the touchdown.
I would lay it 6.5. I would lay that. Yep. Let me get that.
I mean, 7.5 is tough, but we'll see. We'll keep it moving.
Maybe start Monangai. I'm in my family league because of the wind chill and it being frozen and Odunze possibly being out. Maybe a heavy dose of run game then.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I have him in our 14-team league, and I'm like, you got to start him. But in a smaller league, maybe there's more options. But
I have. Yeah, exactly. It's because
especially after seeing what Tony Pollard did to the Browns defense last week. The Titans ran all over them.
Yeah, their pass up here, and then these lanes.
Yeah. Their run defense is not what their pass defense is. So We'll see. What I got here on opening on DraftKings, shout out to DraftKings. The first game on here is the Raiders, Eagles. Eagles minus 12.5 at home. Obviously, Eagles lost 3 in a row. Seems like a good spot for them, but at the same time, 12.5 is a lot for a team that's reeling. Their offense isn't good. The defense is good. But the Raiders' defense is a little sneaky. I don't know. Over-under at 38.5. This just seems like a weird game for me. I don't like big spreads with low over-unders. That always seems like a weird, trappy spot for me. But then again, this is if the Eagles are going to make the playoffs, they borderline have to win this game.
They're going to run it up on this game. Also, Kenny Pickett, the guy who kneeled the ball out for the Eagles, is starting for the Raiders in this game. Who kneeled it out for them in the Super Bowl. So I think they're going to pounce all over Pickett and destroy him. And
Is it really that much of a drop off from Geno though? Geno's
absolutely
been really bad this year.
Yeah, for sure. If it depends on what Geno shows up. If it's the bad Geno, that's Pickett equatability to me.
Yeah.
So you're right.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's a Pennsylvania guy, Pickett. He went to Pittsburgh, obviously. Maybe he, wants to show the Eagles, hey, I had a little more. Who knows? It's a very flimsy revenge game.
It's going to be the worst game of the weekend. Don't watch it. And if you're any kind of fan of football, I would recommend not watching that game.
Yeah. And speaking of fans of football, one thing you should watch this weekend is the Patriots and the Bills. Patriots on a 10-game winning streak, I believe, and are 1.5-point underdogs at home, over under 49.5. I mean, this is screaming Vegas thinks the Bills are going to win. And the Bills kind of need this game a little more. It's basically is a hat and t-shirt game for the Patriots. If they win this game, they pretty much have the division sewn up with that other win over the Bills already.
I don't know. This game's weird. Great game. Glad to watch. I'm be happy to watch it. Josh Allen, but man, is this in Buffalo?
No, it's in New England. That's what I'm saying.
Man.
They're 1.5 point underdogs at home on a 10-game winning streak. Just seems very trappy. I think the Patriots are good. It is crazy that like now with the Bucks losing, like, and the Bucks not looking great, it's like their only good win really is the Bills, and their only win against a team with a winning record. Oh, and the Panthers too. Now Panthers have a winning record. I forgot about that, and they blew them out. So yeah, it's weird. The Patriots are weird. This line is weird. This game is weird.
Weird.
I think I like the Bills, but like I'd probably stay away. But my main takeaway for like what's going to happen in this game, I think Josh Allen and Drake May are going to have a little duel. I expect to see points. I expect to see fireworks. I think that the Patriots are going to be able to run that ball. The Bills' defense against the run hasn't been good all year.
Bills got to take care of the ball. They put the ball on the ground too much with the fumbles. They really have to take care of the ball. Same with the Patriots, though. They had the same thing earlier in this year, but they seem to have patched that up and just giving Travion the ball more. Man, Bills are missing some key players on defense. I know that for a fact. Let me see here. Yeah, Terrell Bernard and Christian Benford, starting linebacker, starting corner.
Christian Benford's not playing?
That's huge. That's what I'm saying. Or at least they're both questionable. Let me see if – yeah, no, they're both questionable, so let me see if there's any updates. Chris.
Yeah, because Benford obviously we saw him make some tremendous plays last week against Bengals. The pick six was the game changer. But I've heard like when he was guarding Chase last week, Chase didn't have a catch. Like throughout the year, he's been like locking people up, like one of those kind of surprising breakout players this year, Benford. So if he's not playing, that's massive.
Yeah, it says here that he just popped up on the injury report 1 day ago.
Which isn't a great sign. Like,
not a great sign, but I think he'll play if I had to guess. Let me see. Terrell Bernard. He's active as well. So it seems like he's going to try to go as well. Maybe. I don't know.
Either way, I think their defense is going to struggle at times versus the Patriots. And I think the Patriots defense is going to have a hard time. And it's like, as I'm saying this, the over-under just went up 0.5 point as I'm looking at the screen here.
I don't know why. Something about this game tells me the under.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
like 50 points. These two
I'm not at like last week. I was locked in. I think I almost made a clip of all the picks that I had last week on the show because I was heating up. But this week, I don't feel nearly as confident about anything so far that I'm looking at. But in this game, I think it's an over or a pass for me. I don't think I could bet the under in this one. I could easily see this going like 38, 35. A mega scoring game for sure. So I think that it'd be hard to trust either of these defenses versus either of these offenses. And the Bills, I think, are going to come out firing. They know that if they lose this game, the division's basically over. And like I said, there's a reason why Vegas is on the side that they're on. And I don't know. Just seems trappy to me.
It's very trappy. I agree. I don't know. I'd probably stay away. But I like – if you're going to bet this game, if you think the over is going to happen, then I'd bet the Bills. That would be my thought on it.
All right. We'll keep it moving. We just mentioned Joe Burrow briefly with the interception versus Benford. I know he was kicking himself about that. In that AFC North, if they had won that game against the Bills, they kind of would still be alive, but now they're just about dead. The Ravens are -2.5 on the road against the Bengals. Lamar Jackson has been extremely successful towards the end of the regular season in his career. That being said, he has not looked like himself since coming back from injury in terms of his speed and mobility.
Not at all.
He looks slow out there. Slow comparatively, obviously, to himself, but still, he doesn't look like a prime time healthy Lamar Jackson right now, and I think that limits their offense quite a bit. And I don't know, I kind of love the Bengals at home here. They're only +2.5.
You watch Joe Burrow's press? You think?
Yeah, he looked really, down, and I get it. It sucks to fucking lose. Like, this football's fun when you're winning. It's fucking shitty when you're losing. And
he also seemed like he was talking about the injuries and just like feeling like he doesn't look comfortable. That would be the word I would use, I guess.
I mean, he was playing fucking great last week, and made some and that Benford pick six was kind of just a ridiculous play by Christian Benford. The other pick was worse, but still, like the only reason
he pushed out to the flat was retarded.
The only reason they're in that game is because of how good he is to begin with. I mean, those throws to T. Higgins. I mean, that one touchdown throw to T. Higgins, great catch by Higgins too, but like that was an insane throw. Like, he's put it in the one spot possible for a touchdown, and perfect. Like he's that guy, but it sucks. Football sucks when you're losing, man. It's tough. It's brutal. Especially
you think he's gonna win this week? T. Higgins, I heard, is out this week though.
I don't know. Like I said, I like the Bengals at home. I think the Ravens are kind of maybe a bit snake bitten this year. Like this is just the year that like things fall apart for them, and they start to have long conversations about Harbaugh, long conversations about Lamar. Like this team isn't, and their defense isn't what it's been the past few years too. It's just kind of like I said, like a snake bitten season, like season from hell. I think they're candidates from like the season from hell team of the year with like the Commanders, and
I think they're gonna win this game.
Yeah, I mean they're favorites. They're -2.5, like, and that's with -115 underneath it. So it's like really like a -3.
I think it's a get back. Like they lost to the Bengals a couple weeks ago. I think it's just a get back game. No T. Higgins. I hate that. I just hate that. I'm sorry. And
is Higgins confirmed out? That's for sure.
Yeah.
And the Ravens obviously, I guess it is kind of a get right spot, but it's also like I don't know if the Ravens are right now. That's the problem. Like that game ended up being kind of close versus the Steelers late, but like they were getting their asses handed to them by the Steelers.
Yeah, they couldn't sustain any drives. I think their best drive, Keaton Mitchell had a huge return on the drive, so it like kind of put them in the spot before they even started playing offense. If I remember that correctly, they're a messy team for sure, like you said, and they just have holes all over the team. Like there's holes at receiver to me. I think there's holes at defensive back on that team, very much so. They don't really have a pass rush since trading Owe as much. They were missing, like you said, what's his name in the middle, who's been out all year, the defensive lineman Mabuke or whatever. So,
Matabike, yeah. No, I mean,
like I said, they're just not the same team as years past, straight up and down.
Yeah, no, and like I said, I think it might be long.
And Lamar looks hurt, like you said. Like it's just
he looks hurt. He looks slow. Harbaugh is, like I said.
I hate Harbaugh. I've been saying this. I just like this guy is.
He's a Super Bowl champion. He's a good coach. I'm not saying he's a bad
coach.
Things like run their force sometimes, and the AFC North seems to be the division where guys just keep their coaching spots no matter what. Like talk about Stefanski already. Mike Tomlin's been there forever. Fucking Zach Taylor's been in Cincinnati what seems like forever. Like every coach in that division is probably among the longest tenured coaches in the league at any spot, and it seems like they're all waiting for each other to fire who's going to be the first one to fire their coaches, and all the dominoes are going to fall behind it.
I think guys that are going to get actually fired, Stefanski is one of them. Mike McDaniel is another one. I think
the Dolphins are playing great right now, though. Like what they were early in the season and what they
firing the GM. Now we're on.
Yeah.
Is he around the locker room, like being a distraction or something? Like
I don't know.
There must be something else going there. Maybe there was something else going on there. I don't know.
Yeah, their defense has played really good for. The talk of the Dolphins earlier in the year, and I was as guilty or whatever word.
Little rectification for them. Little rectification.
I was like, this team is the worst team in the NFL, maybe. This and that.
Devon Achane is, Yeah,
Devon Achane, Waddle's been great.
Whatever, yeah.
I mean, Tyreek Hill, or Achane, however you pronounce it. Tyreek Hill going down, it's almost like revitalized. Like we were talking about how bad the locker room seems. Maybe it's just he was a bit of a cancer there. Like he left Kansas City for the money, or I think they traded him, to be fair, but like he was not going to get paid there. Where he was going to get paid.
He did end up getting the extension that offseason though. That next offseason, maybe that's right.
Yeah, but I know he got traded because they weren't going to pay him long term. The Chiefs, for whatever reason. Like
or did he sign in free agency? You might have been right the first time, dude. I'm
almost positive they traded him, but I definitely could be wrong. But either way, point being is that maybe like all the locker room, everything's bad in the locker room. Maybe it was less about McDaniel, less about Tua. It was more about Tyreek Hill, not like just bitching and moaning, because they seem to have taken off offensively and defensively since he went down.
You were right to question it. He was traded and then signed the extension like 2 months later.
Yeah. It was like a sign and trade in the NBA kind of situation.
Yeah. You were on it though.
Yeah, no, I remember. But it's weird. But we could move on from obviously
we could go to the Chiefs Chargers. We could go to the Chiefs Chargers here. I mean, just to my final take on the Ravens Bengals, it's a get back game. I don't like what I'm hearing from Joe, and T. Higgins is out, and so is Hendrickson again. Like, I like Baltimore here, but I hope Joe throws it up because I have him in Dynasty in my playoff matchup. But I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I think he'll have a good.
I'm fading Dak for Joe Burrow because I'm starting Goff against the Rams. Those are my three head.
Yeah.
Dak 3 games in a row. I don't know. That could be a bad decision. Last time they played Minnesota, they fucking torched them.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, let's go to the Chargers Chiefs.
Okay.
Win. This is always a rivalry game, but
Honestly, this is the game where every year the Chiefs play well against, right? I feel like they play well against the Chargers always.
I mean, the Chargers opened the season on that Friday game in Brazil with a big win against the Chiefs. You know, the Chargers have that first win against them already. I think it's kind of fucked up that they put a divisional game internationally. Now that I think about it, like you kind of take away from the home and home. Like, you know, that should be like a in conference but out of division game, because that's kind of the Chargers won anyway. It's a moot point, but just random thought that sparked in my head when I thought about that. I was like, wait, that's kind of
it counted as a Chargers home game.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like they play each other it should be a home and home, and it wasn't.
And the other home game is Arrowhead. Like fucking
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, not that you have a great home field advantage in LA, no matter what, but still,
it's like it's like playing in the Madison Square Garden. It's like everyone gets up to play.
Yeah, it's a neutral site game. Like there's
51-49.
Yeah, all the LA teams don't have much of a home field advantage because there's so many transplants, whatever. Regardless, back to the game itself. The Chiefs are big favorites, -6. You know, under 41.5.
I don't even get that. Chargers got all their weapons back. Like Herbert says he's feeling better by the day. I mean, Ladd's going to play. He's been questionable, but he's just limited. I just think they're limiting his reps in practice. I
mean, with the Colts falling off a cliff, the Chiefs still have a real slight path. They got to obviously win out and get some help, but it's crazy. Like, if the Chargers do win this game, if the Chargers win this game and some other dominoes fall, like the Chiefs could be eliminated with 3 games left in the regular season, which is just crazy to me.
You think Kelsey retires if they end up missing the playoffs, and that's what ends up happening, and they kind of fade into the wind here?
Yeah, it opens the door for Kyle Pitts. No, but we'll see. I mean, it's tough. I think Kelsey even was saying himself, like he doesn't feel like it himself.
I saw on his podcast a little bit, like he doesn't understand what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't listen to the podcast, but I saw some clips, and he's got one foot out the door. I mean, obviously, his wife or girlfriend, fiance, whatever the fuck, is a billionaire. Like he's not he's not in a bad spot at all. So it's hard to wake up and work hard when you're sleeping in silk sheets. You know, the famous Marvin Hagler quote. You know, he's kind of seems to not. I mean, he has games where he still looks really good. I think he still is a very competent player, but
actually statistically we looked it up, remember, and he's of the last 3 years, this is one of his best years. Actually, statistically he's on pace for 1,000 yards.
I don't think he's a bad player by any means, but just the way he's talking is more
it's also the catches that he's missing. John, we watch those games and the stuff that he's usually able to do in his sleep, he's not doing in his sleep.
Yeah, I mean, the Chiefs in general, it's similar to the Ravens. It just seems like it's like a snake-bitten season. They're just not themselves. And to be fair, like, it's not Mahomes. Mahomes is still fucking lighting it up. And even like people are like, oh, he's getting older. Like, he still also has like almost 500 rushing yards this year. Like,
they literally have 6 wins because of him.
Yeah, and like like he's still running. He's still using his legs. Like, you know, he might be using his legs. I think Kareem Hunt is their leading rusher, and he's got less than 100 rushing yards more than Patrick Mahomes this year. Like, it's kind of crazy to see that he still is moving around when he does, and maybe he feels a little bit forced to. Obviously, Rashee Rice wasn't around for a lot of the season with the suspension, so that kind of hurt them. But I think this is going to be a random-ass NFL year. Like, we talked about all year. There's no super great teams. Even the bad teams are pretty feisty.
If you're a random team in the NFL trying to win a Super Bowl, this is your year. Chargers, Jaguars, hello, Seattle.
Rams, I don't know how random the
Rams aren't random. They're like that's head of the snake to me in a lot of ways because
I'm
Stafford's
saying, like, over the last 2 years, like, it's not Chiefs, Ravens, Bills, like all like those teams have holes. Eagles, you know,
Eagles have holes.
Yeah, this is the year for someone new to maybe shake out.
Lions, if you're trying to win the Super Bowl, here's your chance. Like,
the Lions aren't even in the playoffs. The Lions you could almost put in that category of those teams that have been really good the last 3 or 4 years, who are now like kind of faltering on their own. You talked about it earlier.
Sam Darnold, come on down.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a shot this year, but yeah, this game's weird. I kind of like the Chiefs. I don't know if I love them -6 though, so
I think I like the Chiefs
Chargers
here
with the points here. But again, compared to last week where I was like, fucking Bengals +6, Steelers +6, Jaguars -2 points. I was like confident, feeling good about all these picks. They're all fucking hit. Like this week, I'm like, I don't like anything on the board right now. Like, there's no pick.
So far, none of these games are screaming to me.
Yeah. Like I said,
I think I would take the Chargers with the points, maybe alt it up to 7.5. Eat that a little bit.
Put in a parlay or something. But again, another one like where if I have to take the Chargers at +205 or the Chiefs in a parlay at -250, like I'm betting the Chargers all day.
And also the Chargers, Marion Hampton, full week of practice now, like actually, rhythm's back.
And it's like also, we talk about running back duos. Like the Chargers find their place in a spot with a running back duo of their own right now with Vidal and Hampton.
I like Vidal. He's a nice runner. He runs effectively. He's a fucking physical runner for a small guy. I like his game. He's great.
Yeah, he catch the ball. Yeah, ball. Yeah, they're a good little running back tandem now. They have something to be messed with, and we can keep it moving. I mean, Commanders Giants. This is basically better to lose than to win game here. You kind of want to.
There's nothing here. Shouts to Zach Ertz. That injury last week was disgusting. Probably career-ending. Legend.
Yeah, I mean, I think most of that emotion was just like, there's no way I'm rehabbing from this at my age.
Yeah, that's the end of that guy's career. That's the last time we'll see that guy.
It wasn't so much of a pain like cry as much as like, this is my last game. Like they're like, it's the realization of like, I'm not going to go through a rehab and this and fight together. Like I'm done, and like
as a Giants
moment. I'm sure a lot of people cry when they realize they're not playing anymore, but he just had that realization on the field,
That was disgusting. And as a Giants fan, he falls in that Jason Witten category where it's like, I hate you, but like I have the ultimate respect for you, bro. And like you're a hell of a ball player. Like,
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put him in.
He's not the same level as Witten, but I'm saying like class act, like
athlete. Yeah, he's a solid little player. I never really hated him. Yeah.
Player,
All right.
There's nothing.
Yeah, we don't need to talk too much about that one. Another game I don't think we need to talk too much
Giants
about.
Get the first pick. Don't fuck around. Thank you.
Yeah, basically both these teams want to lose that game. Jets, Jaguars, another game enough to talk much about. Jaguars looking good. I mean, they didn't just beat the Colts. Obviously, Jones got hurt and stuff, but they beat them by close to 20 points. They're 13.5-point favorites against the Jets, and
I'm taking the Jags here actually with the point.
Yeah, I would say like it's tough. They're -13.5, and that's -118. So that's basically like a -14 spread.
Jets with this game with Brady Cook against the Jaguars, I want Liam Cohen fired.
Nah, I mean, you can't fire him. They're playing.
I would just fire him. If I was the Shad Khan and you lost to Brady Cook, the third-string quarterback at home.
I mean, you can't fire. They're playing good this year. I mean,
I know, but it's like that would be ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a bad loss, but you can't just fire him.
It would be the worst
when they're about to be in the playoffs.
For any team, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. There's been some bad losses.
Brady Cook?
Yeah, I mean, Brady Cook, like, how much do you know about – we don't know how good or bad Brady Cook is, let's be honest.
Oh, we know.
Like, he's not as bad as that Vikings kid that played the other week.
what's his name?
I don't care to know it.
Fuck.
That's
Come on,
a-
we gotta get that. We gotta get that. We got it. Jake Fromm.
It's Brosner or something. Like
Brosner. There you go.
Yeah, but it was like I was like Nathan Peterman-esque, This is
That was bad. 6 interceptions. Yeah, I remember that.
yeah. So I think Brosner, I think is like Brady Cook. He had a really good throw that ended up being a pass interference when they did end up scoring one time. Like I don't know.
And that was at that game, dude. For no reason.
That's tough. Like I said, the Jets stink. Not like I said. We don't need to waste too much time on this game.
Cards, Texans, anything there? Texans should.
Yeah, another game I don't think we need to talk too much about. Texans should cover the 10 points, I think, fairly easily. Yeah. I like the under here. Cardinals kind of have a sneaky good defense.
Like that.
But Brissett throws the ball over the field. If you're a fantasy guy who has Michael Wilson on your team,
I do. Family league.
Yeah, I think yeah.
Targets all day.
I think he's a good player, honestly. He's shown me something these past couple weeks. But no Marvin Harrison. I think
he's the guy.
But basically beyond that, but I don't know if he's going to get Stingley all game. I'm not sure if Marvin Harrison's playing. I don't think so.
Marv's not playing.
Yeah,
he's going to get Stingley all game. That could be tough.
Yeah, I don't know if Stingley's going to follow him though either. To be fair,
Wilson does line up everywhere. Yeah, true.
Yeah, so we'll see. But I think Texans take care of business. I think that they hold them down. If Brissett, as much as he throws the ball over the field, I think
you don't want to do that against the Houston Lassiter and Petrie and all these guys, and on the Texans, you don't want to throw the ball over the field. Actually,
and of course Anderson Jr. and Danielle Hunter, they're going to get after it. So, I like the Texans -10. That's probably my favorite pick of this 1:00 slate. That's the 1:00 games. We'll keep it moving.
The 4:00 games. Some of these games are outstanding. Lions, Rams. We could start with here.
Yeah, I think that's the crown jewel of the weekend.
I don't know. Packers, Broncos is fucking outstanding too, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I just think in terms of what's going to be fun to watch, I think it's
fireworks. Yeah, I'm with you.
I could see this Lions Rams game, being like that Rams Chiefs game a few years ago. Like
Lions don't have a defense. They have both safeties are out. One's out for basically the year. Brian Branch sucks. I think one of their linebackers might be missing as well. Lions are a mess on defense. Their offense has been humming. Amon St. Brown, a week of practice, which is good because he was questionable going into the game last game, posturing. Still no Laporte, obviously, still on IR, but Jahmyr Gibbs is the best running back, arguably, in football with Bijan and McCaffrey. So, it's going to be a lot of points for the Lions is what I'm hoping, and that's why I'm starting Goff.
Yeah, I think there's going to be big points both ways. The Rams defense is solid but not great. Their offense is really, really good.
Yep.
The over/under is 54.5. I think that kind of tells you everything you need to know.
Yep.
They're expecting a lot of points in Vegas, and I don't see why they wouldn't. And that over is at -120, so it's really closer to like 55.
This is one of those rhythm games too. It's like as soon as the scoring starts, bro, and both teams score, it's like boom, it's gonna be on. Like I feel like it could be slow start, maybe one of those types, and then all of a sudden you get to like a 14-7 at halftime. Team comes out, scores 21-7, 21-14, 21-21, 28-21. Like the points just start.
It's also going to come down to the fourth downs, like when they both teams are probably going to go for them, and it's like a few of those fourth down stops. All of a sudden, that under starts to look real good. So they're going to rely on those, but I think both teams are also going to be able to get them at a good clip. Also, I think that, those fourth downs are going to get converted. Obviously,
shouts to Blake Corum. I think we're going to continue to see him get some carries and continue to get run. He's been looking really good over the last several weeks, and that's another tandem that we can talk about.
Kyron. Both teams in this game have solid tandems with a clear number one, but the other guy definitely helps the team win.
Sure.
I mean, who do you like here? I mean,
I don't know.
Pretty big favorites at -6.
I think I wouldn't touch the game. I think I would do, if I'm going to pick a side here, I would pick the team covering because it's a boat race. So I would pick the Lions to cover. But I like the over under. I do like the over here. I like that.
Yeah, I mean the over's high, but it seems like they're going to score. And the Lions, I think, at 6 points, That's a
The
lot.
Lions are one of those teams that don't stop. So even if they're up, I feel like they still go and try to score like the way they are. So like the mentality and the attitude of both of these teams, I think McVay can be similar sometimes.
I was going to say, I think both teams are not going to like slow down if they have.
They're like a 36-24, like. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like 36-20. They're still going to go for like 43 points there for no reason.
Yeah, you got to have a 3-touchdown lead to feel any sort of comfortable feeling in this game. So I agree with you wholeheartedly there. But yeah, I think just 6 points is a lot of points. But the Rams are really good. They're at home.
If you think the Rams are going to win, then you love this line. Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of Lions fans in LA too. Like we talked about, that home field isn't really like a great home field, and Detroit needs to win. Like if Detroit loses this game, their playoff odds become real slim, especially if the Bears win. So, and the Bears obviously are a way better matchup against the Browns. So I think the Lions are playing for their playoff lives here virtually, and with +6, I think I got to take that. The next game on my sheet here is the Panthers and the Saints. Saints +2.5 at home, +100, so really like +3. Over under 40.5.
It's my favorite over. It's my favorite over under of the week. I like the over here a lot.
Me too. Tyler Shuck. I mean, I know I liked Rattler, but I think I like Shuck more. Like
I love Shuck. Dude, I have him in my dynasty. He's cool.
So
Louisville, right? Louisville.
Yeah. Spencer Rattler set the rookie record for the Saints in passing yards last year, and now Tyler Shuck has already beat it. Which is very fun, little stat.
He's cool, man. He's got a little wiggle to him. He's a gamer. He's definitely a tough kid. He got out of that sack last week. What a hell of a play in that scramble. Got that touchdown to Olave too late. Like he's definitely. I'll be clear again. The Bucs are fucking terrible on defense, but it's like the same old adage about the Bucs. Their secondary just can't hold anything. But the Panthers. This Panthers defense, man, had some kind of edge to them, and I think they saw the Bucs lose on Thursday, and we're like, this is us. Like this is about us at this point. Like, do we want this? And if we want this, we got to go into that. New Orleans and kick the shit out of this team. So,
and I think that we talked about the running game for the Bucs with their talent at the running back position, and maybe they got away from the run against the Saints last week. I don't see that happening with the Panthers this week because we talked about Dowdle and Hubbard. Those guys are both good running backs, good pro running backs, and then I think that the Panthers' offensive line is one of the most underrated units in the league. They put people around. I watched that Cowboys-Panthers game obviously very closely, and I came away very, very impressed with their offensive line. And I think they'll be able to push the Saints around a little bit.
I mean, they got first-round picks on there with Iquanu or whatever his name is. There's guys on that team that can block.
They added the guard. I want to say Hunt in free agency before the start of last year. Robert Hunt.
I remember him.
They push guys around. Their offensive line is very, very, very solid. Like I said, maybe the most underrated unit in football.
And guys you don't know necessarily, but they're guys.
I love the Panthers this week, honestly. -2.5, more like -3, like we said, because they're minus.
If they lose this game, I swear to fucking God, dude. You know how much money is going to be lost? And how many people are going to be on this Panthers team this week? I
could open it in the app right now. It'll tell me the percentage.
Like fucking rotten eggs.
I mean, 81% of the bets placed are on the Panthers.
Yeah, dude. This is going to be one of the picks of the week. This smells like rotten eggs.
Yeah, I mean, it smells.
Vegas special.
But also, I just think, given the
situation, take the over and run away. Don't take the team, John.
No, I'm probably going to take the Panthers tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see where the line is at. I mean, -2.5, -120 is tough. I wish it was -110, but it is what it is. I mean,
the disrespect, dude.
I think they're going to run. I think they're going to run the ball. I think they're going to run the ball and get ahead and control the clock. And like you said, their defense is good against the pass. If they can force the Saints to pass, not let.
They got to win by 3 points. They can do it.
Yeah, I mean they definitely can do it. They could win by 14 points. They could.
I'm just staring at the line. Why is Vegas on this line? And I hate Vegas, so I like the over a lot here.
Yeah, Vegas is fucking me up this week for the most part.
No question. Lines are fucking crazy.
Where I fucked up Vegas last week, I think Vegas is fucking me up this week. You know,
Yeah,
that's where it's at.
Here's another game to scratch your head to. San Francisco at home against the Titans, but the line is 12.5 is what I see. And McCaffrey's questionable going into Sunday, I saw.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to waste too much time on this.
Is he not playing, Christian McCaffrey?
I mean, I think he'll probably end up playing. They're in a playoff hunt themselves. He's coming off a bye week. Like, I can't imagine that.
Questionable with a back injury.
Backs are tough, though. I mean, we'll see.
But was a full participant Friday and initially carried no game status.
Yeah,
Saturday afternoon, they added it to the injury. Wow. Woke up a little sore. Tricky. You know, I actually think that Brian Robinson can have a great game for this week. And, of course, I let him go. Another guy I let go in our league, and someone else scooped him up already, I think. So,
who's that?
Doing great feeding the league. Probably Whoopty, if I had to guess.
Oh, no. Oh, you're saying Brian Robinson Jr.? Yeah. Whoopty does that.
I've been holding him the whole year. It's great. I just hold guys the whole year and then let them go during playoff time as soon as they're applicable. When their counterpart is injured, it's perfect. You know, it's all perfect. Anyway, I don't know if McCaffrey's out. That makes the offense different. But they get Pearsall back. They have their full receiving core. I think for the first time all year, minus Ayuk, who's a wasteland, with Pearsall, Jennings, and Kittle, and all the boys are going to play. Kyle Juszczyk. I know he was injured too, so I think Brian Robinson could just have a big day, and so he's a pickup I would look at for your fantasy leagues out there if you're in the playoffs and looking for somebody. Might be a guy to really start against this Titans team that can't hold their water ever. But I do think that the Titans played better last week. Again, it's against the Browns though, so grain of salt. I just feel like Robert Saleh is not going to let that shit happen to a rookie quarterback, and this could be a murder.
I think the Niners have a sneaky good defense, and then also, the Titans, that was kind of like their spot to win was last week, and I think the fall back down from grace should happen again this week. 12.5 is a lot of points, but 49ers at home, Piñeiro's back too as the kicker. I think that helps, so they have a little bit of a weapon there. He's been great for them this season after they got rid of Jake Moody. Obviously, one of the great fuck-ups of their tenure. I think they drafted him with like a third-round pick, and he was just awful for Michigan. Had a great college career, and but right up there with Trey Lance as far as I'm concerned. I mean, that's brutal. You draft a kicker that high, and then he cannot make kicks, and then gets cut. Like, that's tough.
Tough. And it's only because you wasted the pick that it feels worse.
Yeah, that's the whole point. I mean, if you draft him in the 7th round, it's a different story. But the 3rd round pick, and then he can't make kicks. Yeah, but at least they did make the decision to get rid of him. They didn't just hold on to him because they took him high. So, and Piñeiro's been awesome for them. So
Piñeiro's amazing.
They rebounded.
I don't think Piñeiro's missed a kick over 50 yards this year.
I don't think he's missed a kick. Period. To be honest,
he's been so good, man.
Yeah. So. Then we got the Packers and the Broncos, right there with the Lions-Rams for Game of the Week status. Broncos at home are plus 1.5 at home. Very similar to the Patriots game versus the Bills. Game on a team on a 10-game winning streak at home, but playing another solid team, and they have the plus mark next to their name. Interesting spot here. Bo Nix hasn't looked great, but he wins, and
I don't like both running backs on the Packers being questionable. Emmanuel Wilson and Josh Jacobs are questionable in this game.
Yeah, that's tough. I
don't like going into Denver flying up to the altitude. I don't know. I don't like it for the Packers too much here.
Yeah,
I'll be clear. The Packers
rule out Josh Jacobs. I probably slam the Broncos money line. Like, if I see Josh Jacobs out tomorrow at 3,
you're not gonna
or whatever.
He's gonna play. He's Josh Jacobs. He always plays.
Yeah, I mean, he came out of the game a couple weeks ago. We'll see.
I feel like he's one of those guys that will always play, maybe get a first or second quarter touchdown, and then he gets hurt throughout the game, and they have to stop giving him the ball and use the backup running back more.
Yeah, I mean, that just happened on Thanksgiving, but
get increased swelling in the aftermath of the Week 14 game against Chicago. He didn't practice Wednesday or Thursday, but returned limited Friday. potential game time decision. What a nightmare.
Yeah, that's not a good sign. As far as I look at questionables, if you're limited every practice day, you're gonna
He
play.
misses 2 practice and then limited on Friday.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you only practice one time limited in a walkthrough, because that's what Friday is, it's a walkthrough.
Yep.
Like that's not really practicing. Like, so
Emmanuel
basically, he
Wilson
hasn't practiced at all this week.
Saturday due to an
Illness for Emmanuel Wilson.
Yeah, so Emmanuel Wilson will probably play through a fucking flu or whatever. Like it's not the end of the world unless he has like a real bad illness.
Yeah, take some Zyrtec, bro.
Yeah, like I fucking go to work.
Take some Sudafed.
Yeah, man up.
Yeah.
And then the last game of this afternoon slate here, Colts Seahawks. Oh, just to pick my team there, by the way, I like the Broncos covering at home. I like home dogs, teams that have 11 wins that are home dogs. Like, I think the disrespect is there. Sean Payton's going to have it all over the wall all week. And
yeah, I mean, but like I said, the same could be said for the Patriots, and I kind of like the Bills. But the only difference there is the division opponent. The Patriots won the first game. Like,
right.
When there's two good teams in a division, you usually expect to split.
Jordan Love's been playing very good, but this is the week that Jordan Love does not play good.
Yeah, I mean, Jordan Love is very good. I think, like, especially
they got Jaden Reed back. I mean, I could be foot and mouth right now. He could throw us 3
Well, I
touchdowns.
think he's good, but even with Jaden Reed, like, they don't have any elite wide receivers. They have some good ones. Christian Watson, I think, is good. Jaden Reed, I think, is good. But he played Romeo Doubs is good-ish. Like, they don't have bad receivers, but they don't have any, like, they don't have a guy out there who's
They have a top 10
dominator.
receiver. I think Christian Watson probably fall top 10.
Top 10 receiver? No way.
If in the league, if he's counted it right now, maybe.
In the
When healthy.
NFL, Christian Watson's a top 10 wide receiver?
This, if we're like just when healthy, we're talking, right?
I could name I could name 4 teams that have 2 wide receivers better than Christian Watson.
No.
The Eagles, the Cowboys, the Bengals.
I don't know. I wouldn't take Devontae Smith over
Devontae
Christian
Smith
Watson.
is better than Christian. Are you crazy? When has Christian Watson performed better than Devontae Smith?
I mean,
in
last
life?
week alone. Last week you see his ability. Like, you get him the ball, he's really talented. Deep pass over the middle, and he can take it to house call it. Hit 2 touchdowns last week. I don't know. He's very talented.
And the Rams. That's 4 teams right there. Like I
Rams
said,
are okay. So those 2 guys, that's good.
the Cowboys for sure.
Jackson Smith, Cowboys, both guys. That's 5 guys right there. Maybe not top 10. So maybe top 20. Okay, top 20 maybe.
Maybe. Like I said, I'm only going over guys with
That
2
might be
guys.
a little
Bucks. I think the
a little
Bucks,
aggressive.
you have 2 guys, maybe 3 guys better than him.
Maybe 3 guys. Holy shit. 2 guys. 2 guys.
2 guys for
I
certain.
don't think. I don't know about Godwin versus.
Yeah, I'm
Christian
saying that 2. And like I said,
Yeah,
the
I'll do
Bengals,
a Buka and Evans there. Yeah, I got you.
Bengals 2 guys easier.
2
better
guys.
than him.
Yeah, so we got 10. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Easily 10. And then
St. Brown.
Then you get
Yeah.
into the Stephon Diggs and the Amon-Ra St. Browns and the teams that only have 1 guy better than him. There's a bunch of them.
Maybe, how about put it like this? I think he has the capability at any week to be able to be a top 20, top 15 wide receiver in the league, like perform like one.
I mean, he can play.
He's very talented.
He's a good player, but I don't know.
Definitely the best player on the Packers.
Top 10 is insane to me. Like, it's, that's. He's
That
a
top
good
10
player.
is-
He's
top 10
very
is-
limited. He's a deep threat guy. He doesn't go over the
burner.
middle.
Yeah, he's a
He can
burner.
play catch screens.
Yeah, I guess that's fair in that aspect.
But what he does very well.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it'd be hard pressed. Like Rasheed, like you could make an argument that Rasheed Rice and Worthy are both better than him.
Not Worthy. Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know. If you
Xavier Worthy is not better than Christian Watson, John. Don't do this.
I don't know. I'm
Worthy's
saying,
a byproduct of Mahomes throwing it 100 yards. Short of that, Worthy would never have a career on any other team.
I don't know. Xavier Worthy's pretty fucking good. I
Not
don't
more
think-
than Christian Watson, dude.
I don't know if I agree with you. I'm just saying
That's
it.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not doing this with the
I
word.
don't know.
Obviously, Rasheed Rice. That's not an argument.
Yeah, And that's what I'm saying. There's
No,
always
no. I'll be clear. I rescinded my comment. Top 10 is aggressive for sure because I'm looking at like other guys like Ladd McConkey. Like there's guys out here, like
DJ Moore.
that's a conversation. Like I don't know if that's just like so.
DJ Moore's had seasons with like 1,400 yards and 12 touchdowns. Like Christian Watson.
Yeah, with like Cam Newton in 2016 or something.
DJ Moore's, I would guarantee DJ Moore's season last year is better than any season Christian Watson's ever had.
DJ Moore played on Chicago last year. I don't know. Maybe. Last year he was much better than this year.
DJ Moore had 966 yards last year and 6 touchdowns. Like I said, that's like probably one of his worst years. Like you said, he's fallen off.
The years were in Carolina and a different
team. He is much older, but and I guess health plays into it. So if you're saying taking health aside, but that's part of it. Like Christian Watson is never healthy. Like you said, he's a
big part of it.
He's liable. Like he could have big games, but he's also could get knocked out of any game he's ever been in.
That's a true point. I guess if you were just picking a player, you would pick DJ Moore because he's so much more reliable.
Yeah, but no, and again, if we're like talking like deep threat, if we're like specializing Christian Watson, deep threat wise, he's top 5. In terms of burger, he's a close to 20 yards per catch guy. He's that guy.
For sure. Absolutely. Talent's all there, but route tree, stuff like that. Top 10 was aggressive. I think in a week-to-week basis, I'll stick to that comment that he can be a top 20 receiver in the league and perform like one. I do think he's probably the most talented receiver on the Packers, too. It's close.
Yeah, it's him and Reed are close, but
Him and Reed. Yeah.
All right, but we'll keep moving on from this game. We got the Colts and the Seahawks as the last 4 o'clock game.
Shouts to Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean,
honestly,
he looked so fucking fat in the press conference.
Yeah,
he looks like a fucking
big wearing the QB. I was watching him take some throws in practice.
Yeah, he's like not quite fucking Jared Lorenzen, but he's shout out to the hefty lefty, rest in peace. But
goddamn,
former Giant.
He is fat. Phillip Rivers is fat as fuck right now.
Dude, 44 years old, man, coaching high school football. I mean, I don't know, man. Colts.
And this is not against like your run-of-the-mill team, dude. They're going into Seattle, into the den. And I'll be clear, Seattle's defense is ferocious, dude.
Yeah. No, Mike McDonald's a great head coach.
He could be coach of the year. He's up for he's a candidate.
Yeah, that was a home run hire for them. Their defense is awesome. I think even if you go back to last year, since they got Ernest Jones, like that was the addition. They needed that like inside linebacker. Like
him and the nickel, Witherspoon. Those 2 ads, it's just like this team is locked.
Yeah, when they got Ernest Jones, that defense flipped. Huge shout out to Ernest Jones. And like that's like almost like with the Cowboys, like when they got Overshown back and added Logan Wilson, I think my take earlier in the year is like we're gonna see a renaissance, almost like we've seen with running backs, where like, oh, no one needs a running back, and then we draft early running backs and fucking they hit, and now like teams are good, like Gibbs and Bijan, and obviously the Eagles adding Saquon last year. Like, oh, running backs are still important. Like, if you have a great offensive line, it helps you.
Someone that can find those lanes and be able to run behind it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think linebacker, people are like, oh, you don't need a great linebacker. It's more important to have corners and D tackles and edge players, and like linebackers are the last thing you need. I think I've used this analogy before, but they're like the abs of the defense. They transfer, like if the D-line's your legs and the fucking, the defensive backs are your chest and your shoulders and your arms, like in order to transfer the strength from your legs to your upper body, you need the abs.
The core.
The core. So I think they're the core of the defense still, and they need to play the run and play the pass, and it's not easy position.
Your boy also, DeMarcus Lawrence, I mean, having a good season for them.
He had that one super game that's really...
He had a big super game.
For the year when he had the 2 touchdowns.
He's still solid, though. Him and Leonard Williams. Leonard Williams is still getting it done. 7 sacks in the middle. Leonard Williams is one of the more underrated players in football.
I'm a big Leonard Williams fan.
I actually got a chance to meet him on a Ficini, Tommy, Sunset Social, or Sunset PhD thing in New York City thing that we went to.
When he was on the Jets still?
And when he was on the Jets, and he was there.
Or the Giants. He played for both of them.
Yeah, it was with the Jets at that point in time, actually. And Yeah, he's the nicest guy. Like, he was so friendly, and I was like, bro, you're a baller. Like, can I get a shot? Can I get a photo? Like, he was, and he ended up being a giant, which is so cool. So
yeah, no, I mean like gentle giant, like
definitely gentle giant. Great way to put it. Mafe is a beast on this defense. I mean, the Wosu. I mean, the names keep going. It's just ridiculous. Witherspoon, we mentioned. Reed the second. I mean, it's just crazy. This team has so many weapons.
And then you have the best receiver in football, arguably, on offense, by the way.
Yeah, no. Jackson Smith and Jigba taking a huge step up this year.
Shouts to Eddie Saint. He was all over it in our pods before the season started, and
I think even before last year, he was heavy on him, and and he's been excellent. I think my real takeaway is more so great job by the management to realize, like, Geno Smith, he's looking good, like a career renaissance, but he still might be holding you back. And they were like, Sam Darnold with the Vikings.
There's another level we can get to here. Yeah,
like, and Geno Smith moving back to the Raiders, like, shows like, oh man, Geno Smith does kind of stink, like, and
it's a different team. It's a different team. If he was on Seattle, he probably would be a little bit more comfortable and different. And I don't want to.
But that's my point. Was like, on a really good team, he can be serviceable, but like, we could do better than Geno Smith. Like, they recognize that, and people are kind of like raising their eyebrows, like almost like Geno Smith to Sam Darnold was a lateral move.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like this though. It's like going like this, and it's like they're even right now, but one guy's going up, the other guy's going down.
But I think
the GM saw that.
It's not even close to me that it wasn't a lateral move. Sam Darnold is clearly a better player than Geno Smith, in my opinion.
Sure.
He's unlocked Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Think about it like this. With the Minnesota Vikings and Kevin O'Connell being the QB whisperer, there were a lot of people that were like, Sam Darnold, and still in a lot of ways, he's still Panther Sam Darnold too. He's Jets Sam Darnold too. We got to add his whole resume in. These guys are kind of similar. Geno's had good years, but the problem was that Geno was clearly he's clearly on the back end of his career, and Darnold's still young, bro. Like, he's like 26, 27 years old. He's getting into his prime. He's clearly the arrows up next to his name after the Minnesota season. So it's like the GM, like you said, you called it, like being able to have.
He's just also got more arm talent. Like, there's a reason why Sam Darnold went third and Geno Smith was like a second round pick. You know what I mean, or late first. Or something like that.
And Darnold's been starting everywhere he goes for his whole career, and Geno's been a quintessential backup.
Yeah. I think that. Sam Darnold, like I said, and he's unlocked JSN. JSN has never had numbers like this with Geno Smith,
Yeah. And the run game's a lot more efficient now. I think they're going to run the fuck out of the ball against the Colts, actually. I think the Colts have a problem.
I think the Colts are in hell right now. They had basically the best possible start to the year they could have hoped for.
8-2.
Now are staring at the worst possible end of the season they could have hoped for.
Fourth straight loss they'd be having right now, handing the division to the Jaguars. There's no question about it.
No, yeah, I think the Jags, and to be fair, I think overall the Jaguars are a better team than the Colts.
Houston might sneak the division, from the back door,
sure.
But they could.
Yeah, no, they definitely could. The Texans have the best defense in the NFL. We talked about it last week.
Yeah, Jags' schedule is just fucking nasty. I mean, excuse me, like, it's just like ugly. It's so fucking. It's like they're not even gonna play anybody.
They played good teams earlier. Like they
beat the Chiefs.
That was a big win. That was a crazy game. But yeah, we'll see. I think that the Jaguars the Seahawks are in a great spot here.
You think the Colts cover though? 14 points. Phillip Rivers.
It's tough to bet on a 44-year-old Phillip Rivers to cover.
Fine.
Yeah. All right. Let me feed my dog quick, and we'll get into the Monday night games.
Do your thing. I'll kick it off here. So the Sunday night game is the Vikings at the Cowboys, and then the Monday night game is the Dolphins at the Steelers. Both these games are really trappy, actually. I don't know. The Vikings historically have played really poorly against the Cowboys, actually. But Aaron Jones specifically does very well against the Cowboys historically. I believe he's from Texas originally, and he had 3 games. He's only played 3 games in his career. 2 of them were in Dallas. All 3 games he had over 100 yards, and he had the 1 game where he had 4 touchdowns as well. So Aaron Jones.
Texas guy. He went to UTEP.
That's it. Yep. And I was just saying that his only 3 games of his career that he played in against Dallas, 2 of them were in Dallas, and they're all over 100-yard games. Rap Sheet just reported that McCaffrey is good to go. So suck a dick, Nick. You're not going to get your fucking Brian Robinson start this week. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he still might against the Titans. He still might eat, so let's not go crazy.
Can't start him though because McCaffrey's good to go.
He's starting him. He's got nobody else.
Who, Nick?
Yeah.
He's starting him?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. No way. He is starting him. What the fuck? Who else is he missing? Oh, Chubb is out. Oh. Shit. And he's not going to start Bill against the Giants?
Yeah, no. Rodriguez
might regret it. Might regret it.
I don't know. I mean, I don't hate it, honestly. The Titans are not good, and if they get a big lead and McCaffrey's really banged up, like they might rest him a little bit. So I don't know if it's the worst start or even a bad start.
Minnesota blanked. What team was that last week? Who they blank?
The Washington Commanders. So your boy Bill had 7 carries for 32 yards against Minnesota last week.
Got to give him the ball more. It sounds like per carry we're hovering 4 yards a carry. That sounds like a winning football team. Give him the ball.
That's a little over 4 yards a carry. You're not wrong.
Come on, man. That's 3 downs. That's a first down. Get my man the fucking ball.
Your boy Bill. I'll just go over what he's done the last. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. 5.8 points, 4.2 points, 2.5 points, 5.1 points, 3.0 points, 4.3 points, 2.0 points, 3.2 points.
I love what you're doing, by the way, because you know it's going to happen now against the Giants.
No, I don't. Honestly, I think Rodriguez.
3-yard scamper for a touchdown up the sideline.
Rodriguez is pretty much taking that job. I mean, it's not impossible that Bill has a good game, but I'm just saying, like, he's lost that spot, basically. He had 4 carries for 2 yards against Denver and 7 carries for 32 against Minnesota. And Washington just sucks. It's like, even like I'm saying Rodriguez has been better. I wouldn't really want to be playing Rodriguez here also. Like,
yeah, that's true. Vikings at Cowboys. I mean, this game's weird. Cowboys got to win this game if they're a serious team this year. That's what we'll say. How about that? If the Cowboys are serious and they want to make a playoff run, they got to win.
The Cowboys have to win out, and they have to hope that the Eagles lose to the Bills and then lose one more between the Raiders and the Commanders twice. That's their only path. Cowboys, even if they win all 4 and don't get the division, they're probably not getting in.
10 wins is going to be maybe enough to make the playoffs. Maybe
not though. Think about it. Like there's
going to be some what do you call it when like your teams are playing each like some collateral damage? That's what it's called.
Well, the Rams and Seahawks already have 10 wins each, so like that's
they're both in. I'm not counting those 2 teams.
Yeah, so now and then also. The
Niners are going to have 10 wins after this week against the Titans. Okay.
The Packers and the Bears have 9 wins each already.
Those are 2 fake teams.
No, I don't think the Packers are fake.
I guess the Packers aren't fake, but they're obviously not a Super Bowl team. I don't think right now the way presently constructed.
I mean, we're talking about the Jaguars being a Super Bowl team earlier in the podcast.
No, we were talking about the idea that add the Packers to that list. That like it's the year of any team. Come on, yeah. Packers are on
the Seahawks too. In the same conversation.
Right. Okay, so for in that vein, like if we're not talking about the head honchos, to me the head honchos, like Stafford's a head honcho, Josh Allen's a head honcho to me. I don't know, I just like.
Yeah, I mean, all right. If you want to say like Josh Allen, I think the Packers are every bit as real as the Bills.
I just like Jordan
Why
Love.
not? Well, why not? Their defense is way better than the Bills.
That I agree with. I don't like Matt LaFleur, number 1, pretty boy. I don't like him. And Jordan.
You like Sean McDermott? I think Sean McDermott.
Yeah, he's I do like him better as a personality, but he's a stale coach to me. He falls in the top category.
Didn't he bring up like the terrorist from 9/11 as like good teamwork or something? You're gonna say that. It's fucking weird. I think in any other market,
he's a little weird. I'm not saying I'm in love with McDermott, but I don't like Matt LaFleur.
In any other market than Buffalo, he's on the hot seat.
I agree. We're not going to fight you over McDermott. I just like him inkling better than Matt LaFleur.
Yeah, I think I would.
Josh Allen, I like 5 miles ahead of Jordan Love, week to week.
And I like the fucking Packers defense 5 miles more than the Bills defense.
Really?
What
I guess right now, yeah. No Ed Oliver. Yeah, no Ed Oliver and shit.
It's terrible all season.
Yeah,
they can't stop the run.
Too. Yeah.
They got fucking destroyed last week versus the fucking Bengals. They got bailed out, Yeah,
because Josh Allen's psycho. Josh Allen had to go psycho mode for them to win that game. I know.
Yeah, I mean,
he doesn't really do it anymore like that. Like the psycho games, it seems like he doesn't really want to have to do that.
I mean, I don't think it's more like want or anything like that. It's just difficult to always have to be that guy. Like, you can't always be that guy. You know, you're going to run into teams that are good.
If Josh Jacobs is healthy and they can really run the ball effectively, then I'm with you on the Packers. If this run game is going to continue to be banged up and he continues to nurse this injury into the playoffs, there's no way I'm taking the Packers over James Cook, Josh Allen, and that Bills team. There's just no way.
But all this to say is, like, the Cowboys at 10-6-1 are probably not getting in. I think that
getting back to that, they have to win out and they need help. They need to win the division. That's their best route.
The Seahawks and
there's too many teams, like you said, in double digits.
11 wins each. The 49ers are very likely getting to 11 wins. And then between the Bears and the Lions, one of those teams are going to get to 11 wins. Like, with collateral damage comes collateral gains. Like, when they play each other, one of them has to win between the Lions and the Bears. So
good point.
And the Lions, the Bears get to 10 wins if they can handle the Browns this weekend, you know?
The Niners' last 3 games are not easy. They have Tennessee, but then they're at Indianapolis. They should win that game. That's the game they need to win. Then they're home against Chicago and then home against Seattle.
And you could argue right now that another collateral damage versus collateral game is the Lions and Rams this weekend. Like,
yeah, that's true. Oh, wow. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Cowboys probably outside looking in, unfortunately. There's just a few too many games that they gave up.
But I do think the Eagles losing 2 of their last 4 is very much on the table.
Who they got?
Okay. They have the Commanders twice, the Raiders, and the Bills. But we've seen this. In 2023, their odds to win the division,
lose this weekend to the Raiders.
If they lose this weekend, then
if they lose the Raiders this weekend, do you know how much pressure is on this Eagles team? If they come out and throw up a stinker against the Raiders, and for some reason Genty and Bowers, these elite players, just play elite. Like, it's not like the Raiders are full of just like Trey Tuckers and like fucking Kenneth Gainwells or whatever. Like, there's elite talent on this team. That.
And like I said, there's a world where Pickett could come out and have a game where he's better than Geno Smith has been. Like,
Max Crosby and that defense just wrecks the game.
If Hurts comes out and throws 4 picks and fumbles and
smelly.
Yeah. Like I said,
they better blow them the fuck out.
In 2023, the Eagles had better odds to win the division and blew the division than they do right now.
I'll say this: they lose this Raiders game, they are missing the playoffs, and the Cowboys win out, smell the blood, and and get in the playoffs. That's my take.
This 2023 collapse of the Eagles feels eerily similar to this, where they lost to the Giants and the Cardinals back to back.
Yeah,
like that is very much on the table this year. Like,
at Dallas, first Chicago, at Chargers, broken hand, Herbert lost.
They didn't even have a Bills still in their schedule left in 2023 when they
right.
You know, that Bills game.
Lost to Tyrod Taylor in Week 17.
And I'm not saying that the Bills are certain to beat them either, but it's like that's very much a tough game to win.
That's at Buffalo. That's going to be in the snow. Good luck.
So we'll see. But the Cowboys, like I said, especially if the Eagles lose to the Raiders, like the Cowboys are going to come with it, I think. And I think Pickens' big bounce back spot, he has been an absolute gem for the Cowboys. And I think this last week when he kind of had a bad game was a big point to be like, oh, is Pickens going to blow up? Is Pickens going to have his first like big freak out on the Cowboys? And he responded about as great as you could hope for. Like, hey, I know I had a bad game, but that came and he grabbed me and he talked to me through it. Like, he's like, I appreciate that more than you know. Like, I've never had a quarterback like that. Like in college, high school, the NFL, like it's the first time I've had a quarterback come console me in a bad game. And, you know, he's been
like, yo, you're still my guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Like he's been saying all the right things. You know, CD is up in the air. I don't know if there's any new things about that since
he's playing. He's playing.
Yeah, so he
was playing announced on Friday, I believe.
Yeah, so he's back out there. The Vikings have a solid defense, but I think that the Cowboys defense shows up this week too. I think JJ McCarthy, you know, he's
9.
9. We'll see. I mean, 5.5 point favorites.
That's scary.
Pretty big favorite versus anyone for the Cowboys, but
yeah, I like the over on that game a lot. I'll say that.
48.5. Yeah, I mean. We'll see. The Vikings defense is pretty good. The Cowboys defense has been
Vikings defense is opportunistic. They scored 33 points alone last week. I don't think even if they get to 33 points again in some hook or by crook, Cowboys are going to be right behind them with 25, 30, and a loss.
No, they're not going to score 33 this week. The Commanders defense is really
Someone's scoring 30 points in that game, and that's why I like the over.
All right, that's fair enough. I like that. All right, and then we got Monday Night Football. The Dolphins versus the Steelers. Steelers -3 at home.
This is your team, the Dolphins, huh?
I'm
No
just saying,
TJ Watt? No TJ Watt, possibly, I saw?
I think the Dolphins won, 3 in a row now?
Yeah, let me see
Their
TJ
defense
Watt.
is playing really, really good. The Dolphins' defense is playing really, really good.
Surgery to repair a partially collapsed lung.
The Dolphins
Jesus.
have won 4 in a row now. Excuse me. They killed the Bills. Then they held the Commanders down overseas. They beat the Saints. And they crushed the Jets. That game was over in the first quarter. They
TJ Watt is out. TJ Watt is officially out with the collapse.
They held the Bills to 13. They held the Commanders to 13. They held the Saints to 17. They held the Jets to 10. This defense is for real.
Did you read those last 3 teams?
Did you read the first one? The Bills. Your fucking boy, Josh Allen. You suck his dick every fucking week.
That was an off game.
Yeah, it was an off game because the Dolphins' defense played really good.
Oh. I think Kincaid was out for that game too. Multiple guys were out. I don't know. Yeah.
Kincaid's been out fucking half the season.
He wasn't out last week. Caught a touchdown.
Yeah, but most of the season he's been out. He's fucking missed at least 5 games.
He's been in that. I don't suck Josh Allen's dick.
How many games has he played?
I have Josh Allen in 3 fantasy leagues. You'd suck his dick too if you had him in 3 fantasy
Over under
leagues.
7 starts for Kincaid this year.
7?
Yeah.
I
don't know. Off the top of my head.
That number.
Exactly 7 starts.
I think you're right. I'm gonna guess you're right. Yeah, that sounds right.
It says 9 games, 3 games started.
Damn. 2 off. Okay.
Yeah. So, but either way, it's not like he's been healthy every game. You know, he's been out. They've had good games without him. Like that Dolphins, you can't be like, oh, the Dolphins defense.
They are a different team on offense without Kincaid.
The Dolphins defense is just weird. Like they just had a weird.
They are weird.
Or Josh Allen just had a weird game. That's just to discredit the Dolphins defense. Like
the reason I like Miami more here is because TJ Watt's not playing, and I think Tua. That's his blind side. So like, I like the idea that he can, because he's a lefty. It's like reverse. So I like the idea that it's just Highsmith, and they can maybe cater to that side and help out. He's been having a good season for them, so they can keep the tight end maybe on that side and for extra chip, an extra blocker. This guy is psycho. I don't know what to say. Is he a top 5 running back in football, John? Would you say right now?
Yeah, I think he's up there for sure.
Like right there. It's crazy.
They have a 3 running back system.
True. Yeah, Jalen Wright.
Ollie.
Yeah, that's a good one too. That's a cool one. I think I like that one more than the Browns. Agree?
More than the Browns, less than the
running
Bucs.
back room.
More than the Browns, less than the Bucs.
Yeah. Okay. I'm vibing. I'm with you.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Dolphins have won 4 in a row, 5 of their last 6 after starting 1-6. You know,
who's favored in this game?
The Steelers are 3
points to the Dolphins here. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I honestly think that the Dolphins defense is good, and I don't think the Steelers offense is great. And it's going to be cold. It's going to be snowy. That goes against the Dolphins. The Dolphins don't play good in cold weather typically.
Especially Tua. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, actually, you're right.
And
Aaron Rodgers is born in the dark, so.
Yeah, it's supposed to snow, I think, on Monday night. It's going to be cold. I know that they just played in New York last week, but I think it was only like 35, 40 degrees. It wasn't like crazy cold or anything like that.
Okay. All right, well, let's get into the Hotz corner here. By the way, shout outs to the NBA Cup. I just wanted to make a mention of the Knicks in the semifinals in the NBA Cup, which is pretty cool. Playing some good basketball recently. Spurs are making it without Wemby. He's going to play in the semis, which is crazy. That Spurs team is so cool. Just wanted to mention them. Dylan Harper, their rookie, is amazing. Castle's awesome. Roster's so cool. Darren Fox now. It's a really, really cool team. And they bounced the Lakers out, which is crazy. Without Wemby, that's crazy. Lakers are so fake. And yeah, that's about it for the NBA right now. NBA's, NFL's in full swing, so we're focused. Let's get into the hot corner here. I got my coffee and everything. Hang on one second.
Hey, let's do it.
How much time do we have? 1:28. You want to just go straight into the quiz?
No, we can do the Hotz corner. I can.
All right,
leave
cool.
A little later.
JJ Watt or TJ Watt?
Give me JJ.
Rank your top 3 artists of all time. You can answer that question however you want.
Okay. Give me Da Vinci. Da Vinci. Van Gogh. And
my man said Van Gogh.
yeah, I like his paintings a lot. Big Van Gogh fan. And then Michelangelo.
Da Vinci, Van Gogh, and Michelangelo. Got it. In the NBA right now, who are the top 3 players that you would never want to root for in basketball right now who are playing?
Never been a big LeBron guy, so I'll probably stick to that. Who else do I not really like?
Like guys that you just like, when you watch them play, you're just like, I want to stop watching right now. I want to stop watching basketball because of you.
Definitely. Like, I've never been a big LeBron. I don't know if anyone really makes me want to stop watching basketball. It's tough. I don't like.
Guys make you sick.
I mean, he just got. I don't know if he's technically in the NBA, but Chris Paul, I'm not a huge fan of. And then I guess James Harden.
And James Harden.
Harden.
Yeah, I was gonna. Harden's one of my guys. All right, cool. Excluding the Cowboys, name your top 5 receivers in NFC East history.
In NFC East history, give me Art Monk, T.O. Eagles, unless I can't say him because he also was a Cowboy.
You could say him. Well, because he played for the Eagles, we're good.
Okay, so Art Monk, T.O. Eagles.
That was cheeky. It's good.
Well, I'm saying I asked.
It's good. It's cheeky. I like it.
T.O. on the Eagles was really fucking good.
He was very good.
All right, T.O. Eagles, Art Monk.
100 yards in the Super Bowl with a fractured leg.
Yeah, the Giants really no one sticks out too crazy, but I think if I had to pick a Giant, it would probably be Toomer. Yeah, I'll go with Monty Toomer. He had a really nice career. Then I probably have to go back a ways. I mean, Harold Carmichael for the Eagles was very, very good. And Chris Carter, he wasn't great on the Eagles. He was still doing coke and shit before he went to the Vikings.
Santana Moss.
Yeah, he's limited, deep threat guy. Yeah, I'll go Art Monk, Amani Toomer,
T.O.
Trying to think of some other.
It's tough without the Cowboys.
Yeah, the Cowboys, you can almost name 5 before you name any of the other ones.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Besides maybe Monk, Art Monk was really. Oh, James Lofton for the Redskins was awesome.
That's a good one. Wow, what a name.
And then I'm trying to think of some Giants from like earlier times, but like the Giants really don't have a great wide receiver history. If I'm really thinking about it.
Few guys.
And then maybe back to what do I have? Harold Carmichael. No, I'm good. Harold Carmichael.
You should say Carmichael? Okay.
Yeah, Carmichael, Terrell Owens, Lofton, Monk, and Toomer.
Who are your 4 favorite? This is the last question. Who are your 4 favorite NFL coaches currently coaching right now?
All right, you got to go McVay. You got to go. I think McVay number 1, Andy Reid number 2.
You're still taking Andy Reid. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I mean he's a great coach. You can't really take anything away from him. I like Vrabel a lot, to be honest. I know he hasn't won any Super Bowls or anything, but I like Vrabel a lot. I like Jim Harbaugh. I'm a big Jim Harbaugh guy. I like D'Amico Ryans. I'm a D'Amico Ryans fan.
D'Amico. Okay. All right, let's get into the quiz here.
All right.
Let's see here. Where's
What
my
you got
quiz?
for me today? What bullshit ass quiz you got?
All right, so I'm looking for right now in the history. There are the top 16. There are 16. Okay, 16 coaches with double-digit playoff wins in history all time
In the NFL.
In the NFL.
All right, 16. Give me Bill Belichick.
It's 1.
Tom Landry.
It's number 3. Nice.
He
had 20. He had 20 all time. I'll give you the amount of wins that each person had. Bill Belichick is number 1. He had 31. Tom Landry had 20 at number 3.
Andy Reid.
Number 2 with 28. So you have the top 3 so far.
Bill Walsh.
Bill Walsh is tied for number 16 with 10 exactly.
Okay.
Nice.
Give me.
You got 3 misses because
I know
you should be able to name all these names.
There's a lot of guys who would the playoffs or less. That's why I'm trying to avoid the old school guys for now. So let me come back to newer school.
I'll say this: a lot of the guys are more our generation.
Modern, yeah. That's because the playoffs were less games and less. Yeah. So, all right.
But there's a few sneak legends there for sure. Of course.
Yeah. And you also gave me that 10 wins was 16th, so that helps to know. All right. Let me think.
Well, because there's top 16, I said, and those are over 10 wins, so you could figure anyway.
Yeah. So over 10 playoffs.
So far, you've named Bill Belichick, Andy Reid, Tom Landry, and Bill Walsh. 1, 2, 3, and tied for 16. There are 2 other guys at that same number at 16, by the way. Both are tough names, I would say.
Okay. All right. Give me Tom Coughlin.
Nice. Tied for number 9 with 12 wins.
All right. Give me Bill Cowher.
That is correct. He is the other person tied at number 9 with Tom Coughlin with 12 wins as well.
Okay. Give me Bill Cowher, Tom Coughlin.
And we're going to stick to the 3 misses here because you're good.
Give me Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin is not in the top 16 all-time in playoff wins.
He's got to be right around there. All right. Give me...
He's not right around there.
Really? I mean, he's got a Super Bowl. That's got to be 3 or 4 right there.
Let me see. I control F it. Tom.
No, you're fine.
He's number 25 with 8.
All right, 8. So 10 gets him there. So he's right there. He's pretty close.
Yeah, he's closer than I thought. I was looking for his name.
Yeah. All right.
He's 25th all time, tied for 25th with a bunch of other guys.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. The 8.
He's tied with like Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay, some of these other guys. Yeah.
All right. Let me think real hard for a second. Because I kind of want to go back, but then you said that it's mostly modern.
It's a mix at this point.
I'll throw out Vince Lombardi. Yeah, so he won like 3 Super Bowls.
Unfortunately, he is not in the top 16. He is right on the outside. He's the number 1 name on the outside. He has 9 all time.
Yeah, I figured it would be exactly like that. That's what I almost said.
5 Super Bowl championships. Legend.
Yeah.
No,
he doesn't have 5. The Packers only won 3. Maybe NFL championships too.
I think they're counting that. Yeah, you're right. 5 champs. Yeah, it says, and then 2 Super Bowls. Yeah. Oh, that must be championship games. Excuse me.
Yeah. All right. Let me get more modern. Let me think this through for a second. Tony Dungy?
Tied with Vince Lombardi with 9.
Wow, I'm going to get a bunch of 9s here. I already know.
Cool. That's 2 misses. You have 1 more miss.
No, I think that's 3.
That's 2, I thought. Nah. Who else did you say?
I said Tomlin, too.
Oh, yeah. That's true. All right. We'll give you 5 misses then. 5.
All right.
Because this is not as easy, I guess, as I thought it would be.
Well, there's a bunch of people with 9, like when 10
it's
is
not easy. That makes it not easy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you can't name names. I'm saying getting the right name.
No, it's hard. It's like, all right. Let me relock in for a second.
So just to review the names that you said, keep your memory.
I know that the Steelers won 4 Super Bowls in the '70s with Chuck Noll. So I'll say Chuck Noll. Yeah.
Number 6 all time, 16.
Okay. Chuck Noll.
So you said Bill Belichick, Andy Reid, Tom Landry, Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, Tom Coughlin, and Bill Walsh.
7. All right, and then '80s. I already said Bill Walsh. '90s is tricky. Like Jimmy Johnson, but then he wasn't there for the 3rd Super Bowl, and I don't remember him winning many playoff games with the Dolphins. Speaking of Dolphins, the Dolphins won back-to-back Super Bowls and went to the Super Bowl against the Cowboys. So I'll say Don Shula.
Number 4 all time. You have the top 5, or you have 5 out of the top 6 so far. There's one guy you're missing.
Don Shula. Yeah. So it's not as modern as I actually thought. You got Shula, Landry.
Got a few guys that are GOATs for sure, but the core of the list is guys that we grew up watching.
So 70s, 80s, 90s, not Cowboys. Mike Shanahan. Back-to-back Super Bowls with the Broncos.
I saw Kyle already. Where's Mike?
He might be in that 8 to 9 range too.
Exactly. He has 8. He's tied for 25th.
Yeah, Mike Shanahan.
With his son. His son has the same amount. It's so funny, like I said before. That's crazy.
Yeah, and Mike Tomlin right there. All right, and then
one more miss, then I start giving clues.
All right, and then Bill Cowher, I already said, for the 90s, 2000. Ravens, no Brian Billick. I don't think John Harbaugh. I guess I'll throw John Harbaugh out there.
He's number 7 all time with 13. Wow. He's tied with another guy who also we watched.
John Harbaugh has 13.
The guy he's tied with has glasses. There's a small clue.
Vermeil? Dick Vermeil won a Super Bowl with the Rams, made some playoffs with the Eagles.
Tied for 33rd with only 6.
Oh, wow.
All right, so clue number 1. This guy is the best coach in is one of the best coaches in NFC East history.
All right, NFC East history. Oh, Joe Gibbs. That was a bad miss.
Nice. He's tied 5th.
Yeah, that was a bad miss.
Or he's at 5th, so it's not tied for 5th. He is 5th. So you have the top 6. Belichick, Reed, Landry, Shula, Gibbs, Knoll.
Yeah.
And you have Harbaugh, actually, at 7, too. You have top 7. Nice.
Okay.
The other guy that's tied at 7 has glasses, as mentioned, and he's one of the legendary coaches in the NFC West. But he also coached in the NFC South.
Okay.
And I think he also had a really good run in the NFC South with a Hall of Fame quarterback, if I remember right. Yeah, that's right. Yep. Especially in the Hall of Fame quarterbacks early in their career. And then
early in their career.
And then he went to the Super Bowl with a team in the NFC West during our generation, a little bit more known.
Pete Carroll?
Not the guy I was describing, but yes, he's on this list. He's tied for number 11 with 4 other guys.
Yeah, all right. So Pete Carroll.
He's at 11. He's tied for 11th, and he has 11 wins.
Yeah, because 16th is 10th, so I put that together. 16th is 10 wins, I mean.
Correct. Yeah, you got it. Yep.
Pete Carroll. I know who you're talking about. Holmgren.
Yes. So he's the other guy tied at 7th. So you have the top 7 now officially, even with the tied at 7, John Harbaugh and Mike Holmgren.
Okay.
And you also have the tied at 9. So you have the top 9 right now officially. Done.
Yeah, I only have
top 10, excuse me. Top 10. You have the top 10.
And what do I have? How many do I have left even now at this point?
So you have 1, 2, 3 guys at 11 that are tied at 11. 4, 5. You have 5 guys left.
Okay, I'll take hints.
All right, so one guy is considered a GOAT.
Considered a GOAT?
Considered to father the GOAT.
Oh, Parcells.
Yeah. So he's 11th all time at 11, tied with Pete Carroll. There's 1, 2, 3 other guys there. Sorry, there was 6 left, so now there's 5 left. There's now 5 left. One of those guys coached your favorite team.
Okay. Is it Jimmy Johnson?
No, unfortunately, he's number 19. He's tied at 9 with Vince Lombardi.
Jimmy Johnson, Mike McCarthy?
Yeah, he has 11, and he's tied at 11th with Pete Carroll, Bill Parcells, and 2 other guys. These 2 other guys, this is going to be tough to give clues. Let's try this. This guy was a famous coach for the AFC East team in the early 1990s. He was the coach for Jim Kelly.
Mark Levy.
Mark Levy, very nice. So he's tied at 11 as well. And then the other guy, I believe.
I almost said him earlier. I don't know why I didn't. I was stupid.
The other guy was a famous coach for. This guy participated in 9 Super Bowls. We'll say that. And he was the coach of a NFC South team. But he also coached and won the.
He was in 9 Super Bowls with an NFC South team.
He participated in 9
like
Super Bowls
as a coordinator
and as a head coach. Yeah, that's a general stat. I'm just giving you a clue.
Yeah, so it doesn't have anything to do with being.
He's been to the NFC Championship game with one team in 1998, and in 1986 and 87 and 89, he went to the AFC Championship game.
He's never been to a Super Bowl as a head coach?
He's been to the Super Bowl. Yeah, no, he's the champs of both those sides. So he's been to both of them. But he's never won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. All right, hang on. Give me that one more time.
He's won the AFC Championship and the NFC Championship. NFC was for the NFC South team. AFC was for an AFC West team. You know the name, too. That's why I'm doing this. It's a tough name. Not Schottenheimer.
Marty Schottenheimer, AFC West Chargers.
Not Schottenheimer.
What the fuck? I'm more confused after
this guy's glasses, too.
What? His glasses, too?
Those classic glasses that you know.
Not Dick Vermeil?
Not Dick Vermeil. No.
Oh, my God. All right, hang on. Give me... What team? Just give me one of the teams he coached to the Super Bowl.
Falcons.
He brought the Falcons to the Super Bowl with Chris Chandler. Yes, Dan Reeves.
Nice.
Yeah.
So sick. What a pull. Yeah, and the other team was the Broncos.
Yeah, I don't remember Dan Reeves coaching the Broncos, to be honest.
I think it was not Elway. I think it was a different quarterback from when it looks like the era here.
It had to be Elway if it was the late 80s. He got drafted.
The last 2 guys, this is hard. Hang on. Both these names are hard to give clues for because it's like we're going back now. One of these guys is like a 50s coach. A legend.
50s, so this is pre-Super Bowl era?
It's like a 50s, 60s. He coached into 1985, up to 1985.
60s,
mainly only Minnesota Vikings. In the 70s, 60s, and 70s.
Bud Grant?
Yeah, nice. Wow, you're psycho. And the last guy is, let's see who, another huge name in NFL history. I should probably be able to give you the clue without looking, but I'm a loser, so I can't.
No,
but,
it's okay.
Head coach and de facto manager of the Carolina Panthers at the same time. One of the first guys to ever do that.
Carolina Panthers
really is known for being a Super Bowl champion in 1989 with the 49ers and 1994 with the 49ers.
Oh, it's the guy after Bill Walsh, George Seifert.
Yeah, you got the whole list. There it is.
I mean, I need hints.
You needed some hints, but still getting the name.
I should have got Seifert and Gibbs.
So top 16, Bill Belichick, Andy Reid, Tom Landry, Don Shula, Joe Gibbs, Chuck Noll, John Harbaugh, Mike Holmgren, Tom Coughlin, Bill Cowher, Bill Parcells, Mark Levy, Dan Reeves, Mike McCarthy, Pete Carroll, Bill Walsh, George Seifert, Bud Grant.
Yeah.
Guys on the outside looking in, crazy names. With 9, there's a lot of them. Vince Lombardi, Jimmy Johnson, John Madden, Paul Brown, Sean Payton, Tony Dungy.
Yeah. Sean Payton probably gets in this year if he gets a playoff win.
The more you know.
Yeah, double-digit playoff wins.
Not bad. So let's go back to the questions here. Top 3 favorite artists all time. You went with Da Vinci, Van Gogh, Michelangelo. I like that.
I thought about going musical, but
like physical art.
I thought about going music, but I was like, I don't know. It just seems different.
TJ Watt versus JJ Watt. You went with JJ.
I think JJ's just a little more versatile. If it was just pass rushing, I'd probably go TJ Watt, but JJ Watt, I think against the runs a bit better, and also he would score touchdowns as a tight end,
he also would catch interceptions. I feel like sometimes down, he was a psycho. I feel like
put him in on the goal line often, he was a part of their main goal line package.
He's more the athlete to me between the two of them.
Agreed.
3 basketball players that you cannot stand and you hate to watch, just don't want to root for. I like your list a lot, honestly. I don't think I can name 3 better players at the moment, especially from our generation.
Dylan Brooks,
That would have been cool. Desmond Bain has been on my shit list recently because he threw the ball.
There's a guy on the Rockets that Jalen Green, everybody hates.
He's not on the Rockets anymore. He's on.
That's right. He got traded for Durant.
Right. He's on Phoenix.
Suns?
Yeah, I think that's right. I think it might have been a 3-team deal for some reason, and he's not on them.
Either way, but he's pretty easy to hate too.
He's very easy to hate too. Westbrook is the guy I thought maybe you would think about.
I kind of like Russell Westbrook. He's got.
He was on the Suns. He's on the Suns. We're right. We were right.
Yeah. Jalen Green.
Upgrade. And then moving on here.
I don't like Tatum either, to be fair, but he's hurt right now. It's not relevant.
I don't like Jaylen Brown. I don't like that whole team. I don't like anything about that team besides their head coach, who does karate apparently.
No, I don't like the head coach. He's a bit of a dork to me.
He's cool. He's kind of cool.
He's a hardo.
He's kind of a dweeb, yeah. He's a hardo. Yeah, he's like one of those guys. Like, what's your function? Like what are you guys preparing for tomorrow? Basketball.
Yeah.
He's one of those types of guys. Everything's too smart for school, too cool for school. Top receivers in the NFC East that aren't a Cowboy: Art Monk, T.O. on the Eagles, Toomer, Lofton, and then Carmichael. Top 5, excuse me. I like this list. Toomer, I don't know if I put him ahead of Victor Cruz. That's close to me.
I think just in terms of longevity.
Yeah.
Who's the Giants' all-time leading receiver?
I don't know. Probably Toomer. Catches wise, Toomer.
New York Giants receiving leaders. Yeah, it looks like Toomer.
Yeah, it'd be Toomer than Odell probably.
Toomer has almost 100 more catches than anyone else, and the next is actually
Odell's not a bad. Odell and the Giants is a good one. He's second.
Odell had a great run, but it was only 45. It wasn't a long time.
Just way more elite.
He's got
you're talking about Odell for his career averaged 92 yards a game for the Giants. Toomer averaged 50 a game. It's just different players.
But he just was there. But he also has almost 300 more catches and fucking.
He only has 10 more touchdowns. That's crazy. Wow.
But he's got 5,000 more yards. Yeah.
300 more catches.
300 more catches. 5,000.
The averages for Odell are disgusting.
Amani Toomer has 5,000 more yards or 4,000 more yards than the next closest with Odell.
Right. If you're gonna pick a Giant, all longevity and history-wise, and he won the Super Bowl with us as well. Odell never won anything of significance either.
Yeah, I mean, Odell, I guess it's basically an argument of prime versus longevity there. So I don't hate that. Kind of want to look up Commanders all-time receiving leaders now too. Because I know that James Lofton also played a lot for the Packers. So, but those two are both in the Hall of Fame though, and they definitely played.
Yeah. Eagles all time. Carmichael was the name by far.
Yeah, Art Monk is probably number 1 outside the Cowboys for anybody.
Yeah, I agree.
And that was my first name I mentioned. 1,200.
Carmichael has 600 catches. Wow.
12,000 yards and 888 catches for Art Monk. That's quite a career. From 80 to 93. Yeah, I mean, Carmichael, I think, is in the Hall of Fame also, so I don't think really sneeze at that too much.
Right. I like that. I like your list. The list was good. And then the last question: top 5 coaches in the NFL right now. Jim Harbaugh, McVay, Reed, Vrabel.
No, I know it's like guys I like, and I said Jim Harbaugh. Yeah, Vrabel.
I'd probably
McVay,
take out
Andy Reid, and I probably should have put in Sean Payton.
I was gonna say two guys I take out. For me, if we're talking, I said right now. So if we're talking right now, I would take out Jim Harbaugh and Andy Reid and put in Mike McDonald and Sean Payton.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not ready to take out 3-time Super Bowl champion Andy Reid for Mike.
Send him to the hills. Fuck that Eagle.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's a Chief.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, well, that's the road this week. Good luck with your bets. Picks of the week, again, take that over on that fucking Saints-Panthers game. I'd be floored if anything otherwise. And
I like the Panthers. That's the only team that I really like, but just looking at this real quick, I would also throw in – I like the Bills. I think we'll win that game, and basically if they win, they cover unless they win by 1.
Yeah.
Chargers +6 I like. Don't love.
Love the Bears. Love the Bears.
Love the Bears. I like the Lions +6.
Maybe a little coverage by the Raiders. A little backdoor. Maybe something weird's going to happen.
Give me the Dolphins.
Eagles fans just go.
+3 and the under 42.5 in that game. Seriously.
Kenny fucking Pickett beats you. You're fucking done.
I hope so. I'm cheering for the fucking 1 o'clock. I'll probably have the red zone on one TV, and then the Raiders and the Eagles just cheering my balls off for the Raiders and the other TV.
Yeah, hoping that game could just stay within distance.
But I'll probably still be more locked on red zone just because fantasy. But fucking
also, there's primo matchups like the Bills and the Patriots type shit.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna. But I personally care more about the Eagles. Like I said, if the Eagles lose to the Raiders, the Cowboys' fucking window is wide open to win the division. And if the Cowboys win the last 4, win 7 out of the last 8 to get to the playoffs, who's gonna want to be hot in the playoffs? You know?
It'll be hot. That's not what you want. Both times the Giants won the Super Bowl, they were hot going into the playoffs. Every time I feel like we watch teams that get hot before the season ends, going to the playoffs, the Rams.
Don't get me wrong, Dak has played bad in the playoffs before, and they're not necessarily known as playoff
whatever. But you're only as good as your next perforence.
You never won the Super Bowl until you win it.
Right.
That's true of everyone. And the Cowboys
for 5 years, Eli Manning didn't have a playoff win. He was nothing. All of a sudden, he won 4 straight road playoff games and won the Super Bowl, and he beat Brady in the playoffs, the undefeated team. And now Eli Manning.
John Elway was a fucking choke, and then the last 2 years of his career won back-to-back Super Bowls.
Joe Flacco was a nothing bust from Delaware. Then he took them to the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl. Now Joe Flacco, Joe Cool.
I don't think anyone ever called Joe Flacco a bust, to be fair, but he was not superstar good. I'll give you that. But
yeah,
but point being is that the Cowboys' offense can score with anyone. If they make the playoffs, they can outscore people. If they open up the offense and let it rip. They could go on a run for sure. So we'll see. I'm cheering for the Raiders hard tomorrow.
And I love that it would be all on the road, by the way. I think that staying away from Dallas and the whole thing staying away from that stadium, and they are road dogs, keeps the team locked. I like that way more for the Cowboys and Dak than playing at home and the hype of playing at home and the routine and the comfort of your own bed. I like the shaky bed for the Cowboys and the road warriors, road dogs. That's good.
Yeah, no, it almost seems like that's how they're going to get their next Super Bowl if they ever get one in my lifetime.
Yeah. NFC East teams at home, it just.
I think sometimes it's just you need to.
Yeah.
You need to get out of I kind of agree with I don't know. I'm not going to say there's any statistical backing to it or anything like that, or any data to pull from, other than like you said, the Giants did it twice. But it's
road teams. Man.
I agree with you, but I don't know why.
Rams going to Tampa against the Bucks. Rams are on the road there, man. Beating
Brady. I agree with you, but I don't know why I agree with you. Is what I'm trying to say.
I like the road warriors in the Those guys are scary. Yeah,
the Eagles had home field last year and fucking won. You never know.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
But I agree with you. For whatever reason, I don't know why. Like I said, I can't back it up, but I agree with the take. So, but good show. I gotta hit the shower.
Oh yeah, enjoy dinner, bro. We'll be back next week. Good luck in your fantasy matchups.
Good luck. Peace.
Holla.